What's up guys, KSWTV here back again with a brand new video, and yes, I'm back after 3 weeks of not uploading. I had to get a brand new laptop and PC because they broke at short notice on unforeseeable circumstances. So we're going to be back here with a banger. We're going to be talking about Phil Foden, why I think he deserves to be in every single game in the starting 11 for Manchester City. Now, if you don't know who Phil Foden is, then you've been living under a rock. This guy is the definition of Stockport Iniesta. The guy makes magic out of his feet, and he has one of the best footballing IQs of any youngster in the world right now. He has been a pivotal part for Manchester City, especially last season when it came to knockout competitions. Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez single-handedly carried us through to that Champions League final and also saved us in the Premier League when we were down and out around 8th in the table. Everyone had no real confidence in Manchester City going forward in challenging for the title. And out of nowhere, players like Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez, and Ruben Diaz coming in, securing that centre-back position, really saved us and made us win not just the Premier League, but Premier League super duper easy. But getting on to Phil Foden now, after his performances this year, he has been so phenomenal. And I'll just read out the statistics for him. In the Premier League, he has played 5 games and he's got 3 goals and 1 assist, so 4 contributions in 5 games. In the Champions League, he's played 3 games, 2 of them coming off the bench. The one that he didn't come off the bench was against Bruges, and oh my God, if you didn't watch that game against Bruges, he was the best player on the park, miles ahead of everybody. He got 1 assist, so 1 assist from 3 games. And then the EFL Cup, he's got 1 goal and 2 assists, which we just got knocked out this morning to West Ham, unfortunately, on penalties. But he carried us through that competition as well. So he's played 10 games, 8 contributions, 4 goals, 4 assists, and at least 4 of those games he's come off the bench. So those statistics, someone that his age in a team like Man City, where it's full of players that you don't have a bad player at Man City. You know, our second team could win the Premier League, challenge top 4. Our third string team could challenge top 4 easily. So you're not talking about a team that needs to be carried. It's a team where someone needs to stand out. And Phil Foden is the star. He's the one that shines in this Man City team. As I said before, his football IQ is amazing. He's been playing in the false 9 role and in the midfield. But when he played up in that false 9, especially against Bruges, we saw him drop to positions like left and right back, carry the ball up the field, kick out passes, thread the needle through beautiful played passes to our midfield, and he'd run his ass off up to the top and he'd get an assist or a goal, or looked like he was going to get an assist or a goal. And after last week as well, the last game, he scored 2 goals. His first goal was a bit of a fluke. It should have been Gabby's goal. But, mate, he's so good. He just knows how to find the back of the net. And that is something we need in this Manchester City team, especially since we're still, going forward with that false 9 role. We haven't got a striker. And we thought that we were going to get a striker this transfer window. But we got Jack Grealish. But you can't be unhappy about that. Club spent $100 million on a player who I think so far has put in decent performances every single game except for that Liverpool game. But we'll just compare him with the greats here. At age 19, Steven Gerrard made 44 appearances with no trophies. Frank Lampard played for West Ham, 49 appearances. Wayne Rooney got his $30 million move to Manchester United after scoring 15 goals in 71 appearances. And Michael Owen didn't even win a trophy. In 74 appearances at the age of 21, Phil Foden has 18 goals and 9 assists, 27 goal contributions from 74 appearances, and 25 of those appearances have come off the bench. He's only lost 9 times out of those 74 appearances, 59 wins, that leaves 6 draws. That ratio is insane, and it just shows you when Phil Foden is playing, we're winning. And especially you saw that last year, as I mentioned, in the Premier League and the Champions League. When Phil Foden starts, or Phil Foden comes off the bench and has at least 25, 30 minutes to really get into the game, we're going to win. We're going to score. We're going to turn losses into draws, draws into wins. Also, at 21 years of age, Phil Foden has won 4 Carabao Cups. He's been in the Champions League final. He's won an FA Cup, and he's won 3 Premier Leagues. Compare that to whoever you want at his age. The amount of trophies that he's won compared to the greats, it shits all over him. He honestly is the next prodigy. And people talk about Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland. Mate, Phil Foden, I think, is better than both of them. Maybe not goal scoring wise for Haaland. Mbappe has attributes that Phil Foden doesn't. I think Mbappe's dribbling is just as good as Foden, but the pace that Mbappe has is just his agility and his pace is just so it's insane. And Phil Foden does look a little bit more clunkier compared to that. Erling Haaland has the physical attributes and also the goal scoring mentality, and he can score from anywhere on the field. But so can Phil Foden. You saw that goal against Borussia Dortmund crossed in, it wasn't even crossed in, played in off the corner from an angle that I would say only maybe a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Messi or maybe a Lewandowski, if he had the confidence to shoot from that position. And he didn't just get it in, he fucking buried it past the keeper and sent us through to our first semi final in 3 or 4 years or something like that since 2016. So he can finish from anywhere too. He also can use both feet. He's got 5 goals with the right foot, 12 goals with the left foot. And by the way, with these statistics, I'm only talking about Premier League statistics here. I'm not counting domestics and Champions League. So he probably has more than 27 contributions in 74 because he scored a lot in the Champions League for someone his age and he's got some assists as well. So these are only Premier League statistics, but he can use both feet. 0 penalties scored. Goals per match 0.24. For someone that comes off the bench a lot and doesn't play in a set position, he plays in centre mid, false 9, left or right wings. He plays everywhere. He's so versatile. I don't want this just to be a statistic sort of video, but unless you actually watch Man City games or when Man City versus your team, you just don't understand how good this kid is. He is certainly, in my opinion, cemented in this starting 11 position. I think it doesn't matter if he's in the midfield. I think from now on, he needs to play in that false 9 role. I'm not even joking. I think our first 3 up front should be Grealish, Foden, and Mahrez and Gabby. They can interchange on the right because they've both been in amazing form. But I think the midfield right now, especially since Bernardo Silva has been brilliant this season, it should be Kevin De Bruyne on the left or right, doesn't matter. And then whatever place that is not on the centre mid has to go to Bernardo Silva and then Rodri in the CDM. Because Rodri as well, the only games that we've lost when Rodri's not playing. So it's got to be Rodri, Bernardo, and then Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield, pinging balls, Phil Foden interchanging with De Bruyne into that false 9 centre mid role because they can do that all day, every day. And then we've got to have Grealish and Mahrez or Gabby on that right wing. And then the defense, just our defense this year is absolutely it's impenetrable. It's so impenetrable. We've only conceded 5 goals in the Premier League, and I think 2 in the PSG game, and then 3 in the Leipzig game, which we played Nathan Ake at the back. And whenever we play Nathan Ake at the back, we do concede at least 2 goals. But just to conclude this video, Phil Foden, if he's not playing in the starting 11, there's going to be results that we should be winning that we're drawing. You know, whenever Phil Foden and Rodri are not in the team, we usually stuff up games. Thinking of that Southampton game this year, it was a 0-0 draw. We should have won that game. Definitely should have won that game. In the Leicester City game, Phil Foden came on late. Didn't get his settled into the game. I think it was around the 75th, 80th minute. We lost that 1-0. So it's games that Phil Foden's not playing are the games that we're losing and dropping points. And I want to go back-to-back champions again under Pep Guardiola. We've done it before. We can definitely do it again. And of course, no excuses this year. We have to make the Champions League final again. And we have to win. We have to redeem ourselves. And if Phil Foden is playing every single game in the Champions League, unless it's a team like Bruges in the group stage, which we can just run all over, then I think that we're going to make the Champions League easy with him in our team. So Phil Foden has to be a starting 11 player from now on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As I said before, I'm very sorry that this took so long to do. It was out of my hands with the circumstances regarding the laptop for editing and the PC and that sort of stuff for recording. But if you can drop a subscribe, we've gained over, since I've left, I think we've gained about 50 subscribers in the last 20, 25 days. So thank you to all the new subscribers. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification whenever I upload. Sometimes YouTube doesn't want to show it in the feed. Sometimes it's a bit weird. But yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.